So I'm calling this segment the Dakota's comment section. I got to tell you, I don't really pay much attention to our comment section. Sometimes I do. And I don't think I'm seeing the same comments that you're seeing. I mean, for the most part, when I look at the comments, they're, relatively, I get what they're trying to say, and sometimes they agree, and sometimes they disagree, and sometimes they just want to be heard, and sometimes they're adding something to the discussion. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize how ridiculous some of these comments are getting.
Yeah.
So we wanted to highlight some of our best comments here.
Yeah, I'll also say that I don't usually read the comment section. A friend of mine actually screenshotted a comment and texted it to me, and I was like, oh my God, is this what your comment sections look like? And I was like, I don't know. I haven't checked in a long time. So I start scrolling through, and I was like, apparently this is what my comment sections look like. So I put some of the funniest ones. We'll show some of them up on the screen. This was pretty much all on a video. There were two main videos that were the culprits. One was a video where I was talking about the SIG 320. Yep. Always gets a lot of opinions, of course. But most of these comments were on a video where I was referencing that a lot of people who purchase a gun at an FFL don't get additional training after the fact. They get their gun.
Not a controversial statement, by the way.
It's just a fact. We know this from lots and lots of data. The NSSF has done studies on new gun owners and how much they know and how much they train. There's lots of research out there on this. But pretty much I was saying that the government shouldn't mandate education, but I think it's important for people to want to be educated and to go out and seek it out. And that sometimes the FFL isn't teaching people the right things. I've had poor gun store employee experiences. I'm sure everybody here has, to some extent, had bad advice given to them. So that was the point of this video, and the comments were so crazy. So we're the
vitriol. Well, before we get into the specific comments, I think a lot of this, some of it was the pro-SIG crowd who are just mad at what's going on with SIG.
For sure.
And I want to recap a couple things. I want to give a little bit more context to this. Number one, our complaint with SIG is how SIG is handling this situation.
Right. Yes.
None of us are claiming that we absolutely know for sure that SIG is flawed in any way, but their PR is definitely flawed. Yeah. And again, not a controversial statement, and certainly we're not making some kind of assertion about engineering, or about that we know exactly what's going on with the gun. The other thing is, let's talk about your resume a little bit. What kind of training have you had?
So I am a deadly force instructor through Masad Ayub Group. I am a Rangemaster certified instructor from Tom Givens of Rangemaster. I have a lot of NRA certs that I've done over the years, personal protection inside and outside the home, basic handgun. I've got some pepper spray credentials. I took the OC instructor class with Chuck Haggard. I've done...
Okay, so there's more.
Oh, yes,
there's more. But I mean, if you stop right there, I think that there are very few people that have done what you just described. Like there's even more, but there are very few that have even done that portion of your qualification. And more than qualified to talk about guns.
And just to talk about kind of that video particularly, I taught like 500 women how to shoot last year. Women who, most of them had never touched a gun. So I come from this with the experience of people who either have a gun at home that they don't know how to use, that they never got taught how to use, or have never purchased a gun, and my class is the first class they're ever taking. So I have a lot of experience with beginner shooters and with like new gun owners. And that's where I was coming from. If you talk to any gun range guy who works behind the range desk, he's going to tell you that he gets lots and lots of people who come in and know absolutely nothing. They've done no research, and they're asking him, what gun should I buy? I want a gun. I don't know what kind. So a lot of the comments were saying like everybody figures it out and Googles it and learns beforehand. I'm telling you that is just not true. A lot of people do not learn beforehand what they want. They go and they try to talk to who they perceive as the expert, which is often the person working at their local range.
But the big problem with these comments is not that they're questioning your knowledge. The problem is that they are associating they're basically saying you have a lack of knowledge because you are a woman.
Yeah, right. That's the general gist.
That's the general gist. So let's talk about how these gentlemen express themselves.
And I will say, I offered a couple of folks that left particularly interesting comments the opportunity to outshoot me at any drill of their choice. They just had to post a video of them doing it, and I would pay them money. And I have not seen anybody take me up on that offer. Right. That's not an offer for everyone listening. That's an offer for the people leaving these particular comments. Right. I'm a USPSA B-class shooter. I'm a pretty good shot. So if anybody who left one of the comments that we highlight is interested in trying to outshoot me, I will take you up on that.
There you go. Put your insecurities where your mouth is, guys, or whatever. Okay, so first one is, let's talk about Sean Smith here. Sean, first off, thanks for watching the show. Thanks for being a listener. But I don't know, it might be time to do some soul searching.
His is my favorite.
His comment is, I'll help SIG recover by purchasing more SIGs. Sweet comment. Sweet sentiment.
Very kind.
So nice.
Haven't we learned with all the woke crap that feelings of a woman are absolutely harmful to society? Is that what we've learned from the woke crap? Is that women's opinions are harmful for society?
Yeah. Apparently that's what Sean's learned. Sean has learned that women's opinions are harmful to society.
Like how this turned out to possibly be a manslaughter charge or worse. Everyone, especially women, run their dick lickers before the facts come out. Now, I want to point something out. I like that he felt that it was so inappropriate that he should not spell it correctly.
Yeah,
he should put the exclamation
point to make it a little softer.
It's still okay to say it and publicly, talk about a woman that he doesn't know that way, the Second Amendment woman who's fighting for Second Amendment rights and is giving great facts, but it's not okay to spell it correctly. You better put an exclamation point in there to make it okay.
Yeah, I also thought it was good that he was inclusive. He said everyone, especially women, so he's acknowledging the LGBT community, which I appreciated. I thought that was very wholesome of him.
All right, next up, speaking of wholesome, this is David Sims. David Sims says, boy, are these wise words. What a intellectual giant this guy is. Women shouldn't even be running their mouth about anything gun-related! Exclamation point. Go umpire an effing baseball game. I don't even understand that. Like,
is umpiring a baseball game more feminine than gun? I was like, I don't even know that much about baseball. I'm happy to admit that. David, I go watch a game once in a while.
I think David's like referencing something that none of us are familiar with. Like,
perhaps.
Did they just start allowing women to umpire a baseball game? And if so,
maybe.
Does he not agree with that? And if he doesn't agree with that, why is he suggesting you do it?
Yeah, strange.
Dave, man, none of this makes sense, but also calm down, buddy. Like, we're talking about guns here.
Let me mention that if we want the Second Amendment to live alive and well, we should be encouraging women to discuss firearms and purchase firearms and teach their children about firearms. So women are actually a pretty big part of this whole thing staying around for a long time. So just an aside.
Our next is Don Wick. Don Wick, he says, "Who is this clown? Get back in the kitchen."
How are your cooking skills, Dakota?
Honestly, they're not great. I responded to somebody who said, like, make me a sandwich or something. And I was like, do you know why women's feet are shorter than men's? So we can stand closer to the target and outshoot you.
Okay, Robert Robinson, he says there's a lot of people think they know shit making videos.
And then pointed at me.
There's a lot of people making comments who think they know grammar. There's a lot of people think they know shit making videos. I'll bet you he has to have a Southern accent, right? This guy has to absolutely live in some podunk town in the South. There's a lot of people think they know shit making videos. Well, thank you for that, Robert Robinson. And then he got 19 thumbs up. Good for you, Robert.
I know.
Good
You're
thinking,
almost
buddy.
more popular than me.
John Smith says, and you can tell she knows nothing about gun owners. Have you ever met a gun owner?
Actually, I don't think I have. It's not like there's literally 4 of us in this room right now. I taught a class of like 25 gun owners yesterday. Probably have never met one.
So there is a long, I think we could put up a bunch of these. I don't know if we want to go through every
No, we
single
There's a lot
don't.
of them.
one.
Yeah, we don't want to go through all of them.
But what is amazing to me, and I just had no idea, and there's a couple people that stood up for you, by the way.
Yeah, there are.
point
And
that
I thanked those people. But I would say it was probably less than 10% of the comment section on that video. Most of them were saying that I was a misinformed liberal, that I probably have never bought a gun, that I'm lazy, I'm useless, I'm ignorant. But there were a few people, like one guy said, I love how angry you dweebs are. She's absolutely right. And thank you, Keith. That was very nice of you to say.
But you know what's amazing is we're on the same show.
Yeah.
You and I are on the same show.
Yeah.
And we talk about the same subjects. And no one's attacking me this way.
No.
And they're attacking you because you're a woman. That's the only reason they're attacking you. I think it's beyond more than they just disagree with you, but they don't trust you. And that's, they automatically don't trust you, even though your qualifications and experience outweigh. I'm going to bet every single one of these guys. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I
I'm
mean?
not worried about that.
So
I'll tell you, I took a call yesterday,
yeah.
and the first thing the good old boy said on the phone is, "Hey, is there anybody there I can talk to about guns?" When I answer the phone.
You're like, well, I work at the gun range,
So
actually.
allow me to help you. I'm actually the instructor. How can I help you?
Yep.
So he was blown away.
So this guy, I kind of like this guy. Let's skip down to this guy. California is 30 days, by the way.
just looking
Learn
at
your
that one.
information first. Ignorance at its finest.
Actually,
What is he talking about?
I'm assuming he means 1 in 30.
Because
One
no,
in
no,
thir-
no,
I think he's-
no. In
No?
the video, I literally said 10 days later they go back and get their gun, and he's like, "Well, you got to know that the waiting period's 30 days." I was like, "It's actually not."
Minimum 10, max of 30.
He
Yeah,
and I
it's not
had
30
a
days.
back and
Right.
forth where he said, "Oh, one of my friends lives in California and told me that." Like I was wrong.
Oh,
So
okay. Well, if one of your friends there,
Yeah.
what's this guy?
Optics are at RD.
Well, anyway, I like this. Listen, cupcake.
Mm-hmm.
Every purchaser is going to. Again, man, you got.
Grammar.
If you're going to
Grammar.
insult people,
Grammar's hard.
grammar, man. Just put it into like a Word doc, have it spell check you a little bit first. Listen, cupcake, period. Every purchaser is going to taught how to lock, unlock, clear, and load the purchased item. You obviously do the know anything about them access of buy a gun must be a liberal. That's a statement. I can kind of read through and figure out what he's attempting to say.
Yeah.
But
you
let's just.
obviously don't know anything about the process of buying a gun, is what he was trying to say.
But I think that he actually proves your point. When you purchase a gun in California, you have to demonstrate that you can lock it, unlock it, clear and load the firearm.
Yep.
Your point is that's not enough training.
100%.
And I will tell you, when they pick up that gun and they come to me, for example, for private training, when it's time to lock, well, how do I do that?
Yes.
The employee might show them for the purpose of the demonstration so they can do it sufficiently enough to be able to leave with the gun. They've already forgotten it by the time they get to their car. They really
100%.
can't function or handle the firearm at all.
I got to tell you, my favorite though, quick and simple. Good old Pat McGowan, whoever you are. Pat McGowan simply writes, "Bullshit, bitch." I think that'd be a great T-shirt. I think we should have, Gun
Yeah.
Owners Radio,
Bullshit,
and then on the back,
bitch.
bullshit, bitch.
You know, one of the ones that stood out to me that has become an inside joke between some of my friends and I, there's a comment from Danny Hickerson that says, "Lotta bim space bows just run their yaps that don't know anything." And the way he spelled bimbos is so funny to me. And now it's like an inside joke between some of my friends and I. So we are now using that phrase, and we really appreciate the laugh because we found that very funny.
A lot of people are calling you liberal. Are you?
Yeah.
I wouldn't describe you as politically liberal.
No, I
There's
am
quite a
not
few of those.
politically liberal. Yeah, I think because when a woman's speaking about a gun, maybe the assumption is that I'm anti-gun or anti-2A. And if they hadn't watched the whole episode, they may not have even realized that that was a pro-gun conversation we were having. So I think in a way, this is just like the lesson of social media, is that you see a small clip, you don't get the full context of the conversation. But we thought those were funny. We wanted to share them with you guys. And as kind of all of the listeners who appreciate Gun Owners Radio and appreciate women being in the firearms space, stick up for a woman in your life. If you see something on social media where somebody's being dragged through the mud, stick up for her and talk about it in the comments, because I think a lot of these guys are just trying to do the popular thing of like, let's hate on a woman in the gun space. But guys, I'm on your side. I'm literally fighting for Second Amendment rights in California. I am 100% on the Second Amendment side. So let's not infight. Let's focus on, kind of collectively fighting against these laws that are draconian and awful. And let's make some change.
Well, I think the funny thing too is that when you're disagree with somebody or you're mad, you want to hurt somebody, you try to go after what's most vulnerable. So you may not even be, anti-LGBT, but maybe you'll use a slur just to try to get under their skin or whatever. I think it's funny that these guys thought the best way to offend you is to point out the fact that you're a woman.
Yeah, I'm like I actually know that. Yeah. I'm aware.
Not only are you aware, but I think you're pretty proud to be a woman.
Yeah, I'm pretty
you're
okay
very
with
competent
that. Yep.
and
Yeah.
Right.
There was one, and I'm only going to mention it because I'm in the process of getting Invisalign to straighten my teeth, and I don't want this guy to think that his comment spurred this. This has been like a 6-month process, but somebody did ask me if I know an orthodontist, and yes, I do, and I'm working on getting my teeth straightened.
Well, I'll tell you that I think it's weird that I like I said, that you're getting attacked so much just for having an opinion and being a woman. I don't think that this reflects really all that great on the people that are commenting. But if it makes you feel any better, just yesterday we put up something on social media, and it was about the fact that I had just been interviewed for a documentary on the Second Amendment. And they said, Michael, just got blah, 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 blah for a documentary. And one guy in there just like goes off on, obese, hypocrite, fat slob, blah, blah, blah. And a bunch of people came to my defense.
Oh, that's good.
Good, but come to find out, he saw the word Michael in documentary and thought that we were referencing Michael Moore. So now all my friends, I'm like, thanks for the defense, but he wasn't talking about me.
Oh my God.
They just automatically assumed, fat slob, hey, look, we like Mike. And I'm just like, thanks, guys. Thanks for the... In all fairness, I kind of jumped in too. But
That's
anyway,
funny.
once we figured out, he thinks we're talking about Michael Moore, it was kind of funny.
That's hilarious.
Anyway, guys, clean it up, man. Don't be so angry. Maybe talk nice to girls and they'll be nice to you and you'll have a girlfriend, and all of a sudden, you won't be so angry at women or have such a negative, opinion of them. How does it go? Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Jim Morrison, The Doors. So there you go. Clean it up. Be nice. Take a pill. Relax, for God's sake. But then maybe, I don't know, watch the entire clip rather than just see a few words and see some woman talking her mind and that makes you angry. Grow up. There you go. There's our segment. So that's the Dakota's comments section. Congratulations, Dakota.
Thank you.
You've made it.
Yeah, it really doesn't bother me. This is all in jest. Like, I'm very secure in who I am. It does not bother me to have people that I don't know on the internet talking like this. But I do think it's just an interesting kind of social experiment. So
there you go. Hey, thanks for watching Gun Owners Radio. I hope you loved that clip. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and follow us on social media. And check out our website at gunownersradio.com.